Hey there, apprentices. Metasolaray here, and we are going to be demonstrating how do you guys take on Kindred in the jungle if you are looking to still carry the game via aggression. We've taken aggressive runes, which you can see in the right-hand section, as well as, you know, this basic rune set to get us a good early game start, and demonstrating how I'll take over this match. So we'll catch you in just a little bit. Alright, guys, so right here you can see Kindred kind of overstepping her hand. Damn, I should. So we gotta go in. There we go. We're gonna try to focus on the Kindred. Kindred walks away. So we're kind of in a bad spot here. We're kind of eating free poke. We don't have flash. It's kind of in a bad fight for us. So we're gonna get out of there. Like, we can't overcommit any further because we don't have flash. There was an earlier battle in the video where they invaded. We were able to get 2 kills off of that, but it wasn't really much else. Kindred decided to inch her lead away, which is really lucky for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab that scuttle away from her, and then we're going to go straight to top lane. One of the best things to do when, you know, people make mistakes like that is always try to analyze, how can I punish this mistake? Since Kindred relies on her marks for a portion of her damage as well as her range, we're going to go ahead and just take both of those. We're going to go ahead and lead in. And we're going to dot. Let it lead in with the Qs. He flashes. That's it. We're done. Beautifully done. And what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and back. Because the main thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and get a smite upgrade. Because Kindred's one of her best strengths is to go ahead and try to kite us with that. So we're going to go ahead and grab a blue smite. Alright, guys. So right here, we're going to go ahead and go bot lane first. There's no rush to get the mark. Kindred's heading bot side. So we're going to go ahead and go for the champion who has no abilities to walk away from us. That's fine. We still have celerity. Alright. Ooh. Damn. So Kaisa was able to get her burst off. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright. What we could have definitely done to do that fight a lot better is we could have tried to come in a little, I thought Rakan honestly was out of cooldowns. So what I could have done there is I could have come in the fight just a little bit better, you know? Just a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and head back bot lane. Like, Kindred, I don't know what Kindred's doing. She's not fighting around her marks. She marked me, then went top lane. So what she's doing right now is she's not optimizing her mark system. So she's going to have a very short range. And I can definitely abuse that come mid-game. So right now, even though I have like a 1-1-1 kind of KDA, it's not the best. I'm not getting a lot of farm right now because, you know, we're getting into a lot of weird fights. So we want to try to find opportunities to get some advantages. So Anivia missed her Q. We don't want to go in just yet because if she doesn't have her Q, she doesn't have her damage. So we want to see if, you know, Yasuo's going to come back out. If he doesn't come back out, then we leave. It's kind of one of those, you know, if a play is there, we'll make the play, but if not, then, you know, we walk away. No sweat. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and go back, get back to farming, because at this point, guys, the worst thing I could do is sit around there and wait for Yasuo to get back in the lane. I can instead just go farm 2 camps, get my level 5, and then go back mid. And that's kind of what we're going to do right now. Get level 5, then look to go back mid, or get the dragon. Those are kind of our biggest 2 objectives right now. And, you know, because Kindred, as I mentioned before, guys, I do believe the best matchup to go against Kindred is Aftershock. However, I understand that sometimes when you're against Kindred, that's just not going to be the rune you need to do. The rest of the matchups are unfavorable. Like, let's say they have a Vayne. Might be a bad time for you. Alright, we're just going to wait for the Yasuo to overextend. There he goes. He's going to flash over. Alright, he hits the egg. No sweat. Alright. Come on, celerity. Come on, to MS. I don't think I get him. Never mind, I do. So, one of the things I did right there, guys, is, I don't know if you noticed, I clicked to attack move to the left of him, so that when he took the blast cone, as he passed me with the blast cone, I was just going to hit him in the air. It's a good way to counter that little stunt he tried to pull there. I was a little fearful that my speed wasn't going to be enough, but celerity, on those rare occasions, it does its job. That little bit of MS made the difference, guys, there. So 5 MS, guys. Don't knock it before it wins you a game. Then you can knock it. Alright guys, so no point really now to stick around, so we're just going to go ahead and just power farm for a little bit and set up for the dragon. Alright guys, let's go ahead and counter a little stupid dive by the enemy team, shall we? It doesn't save either of you, any of you. Now all of you die. Oh. There we go. It's unfortunate, really. So what she kind of did there that was really bad is she ulted. Like, she should have let herself die just to make sure her teammates got out. By trying to ult herself and get herself out of there, she kind of doomed everybody. Because they're going to stay on top of the ult because they think it's a safe spot for some reason. And they will just sit there. I catch up. I get to hit them off my team map and then build off another little lead. Since she died, we're going to go ahead and quickly take one camp from her. No more, no less. One camp and we're out. One camping out, guys. One camping out. There we go. So, as you guys can see there, one of the main reasons that I do recommend you to consider runes like Aftershock into the Kindred matchup is because of that, like that amount of burst damage she has. That burst damage can definitely put you on the defensive side, especially even with my little bit of my lead I have here. As you guys see, I still have to respect Kindred, still have to give her that air, still give her that respect. It puts you in a bit of a defensive point, but as I showed, with, you know, the proper game, you can always still dominate and still pull out ahead. When you're playing aggressively against Kindred, remember the key notes is that you need to play more as an ambusher than a straight fighter. Kindred will beat you, especially if she is running red smite like this one is. So avoid that. Alright. We don't want to go wing. We don't know where Kindred is. Alright, so she's topside. I didn't even see. I couldn't be honest, I couldn't even see her. We're gonna go ahead and kill Yasuo. He's dead. Cut him off mid dash. I don't know what Garen was thinking was gonna happen there, but it did not happen. So, yay and us. So right now, guys, we have two decisions we can make here. We can either do what I'm doing, which is going for the objective, or going to counter jungle. Since I don't know if Kindred has cleared those camps, guys, it's just not worth it for me to go do those camps. The better option in this case is to take the guaranteed objective so I don't waste time or tempo, and I can go straight to my top side, get a full clear in. As you guys see, my blue's coming up. I have a lot of things I can do on the map, and we want to do that instead. So, let's go ahead and get some camps cleared, and find the next area we can build up a little bit of a lead. Alright, guys, so just a quick interruption to my little farm fest fiesta. Blue side's coming up. Kindred just killed herself topside, so we're like, alright guys, let's go ahead and punish that. Let's take some camps from her. So you want to go ahead and check every camp. Make sure that there's none left behind before you depart. Get a nice retime cycle on them, then you get back to your own camps. Because remember guys, your camps will be there when you get there. The enemies won't. Alright guys, so what we're going to do here is we're looking to get First Blood Tower at before the 14-minute timer. I'm gonna drop Rift Herald here. Is it a little bit of an overkill? Yes. Oh, did she hit? No. Oh. See if we can kill him. Alright, can we turn this? Absolutely. There we go. One after the other. Alright, that's fine. I had 2,600 gold. Uh-oh. There we go. 2 for 3. 2 for 4. Not a bad trade there. So you guys saw, you know, I worked my way one back to the other. I flashed away from the knockup because that was going to be the big thing that was going to get me killed. So didn't want to go ahead and go down to that little stray. Alright guys, so in this matchup, we can definitely choose one of two things. Blade of the Ruined King is a great idea if we want pick power, but I don't know if it's going to be the right answer. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go straight into Ravenous. Now, the reason why I want Ravenous is two reasons. Number one, it gives me the biggest single item AD damage I can possibly get in this match. And as you guys see in this comp is all about, if I'm going aggressive against Kindred, I'm looking to drop somebody down. And as well, since Kindred's ult is going to naturally draw her her allies closer to each other, splash damage is a really good asset for me. So we want to go ahead and go for that. We're going to go ahead and rush Dragon because it's a good idea. We took Swifty Boots because, frankly, they don't really have a lot of hard CC, guys. It's just, you know, whichever one is easiest to get. Get the Dragon. And, you know, so Kai'Sa right there, she's out of position, so we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can catch her. We want to go hunt her ass down. If not, we take the camp. We're going to go ahead and hug this wall really tightly because we don't want to be spotted by anyone trying to go bot lane for farm. We don't want that. That's lame. Instead, we're going to drop a control ward here. And we're going to see if anyone gets greedy for farm. And a ward here. We're good to go. Our bot lanes, they're getting in a fight, so we're going to go ahead and join. Right here, we're just going to go straight for the Yasuo. Yasuo's dead. She got caught. E, Q, T-Mat, guys. Like, that's the combo you want to go for. When you have T-Mat builds, don't go E, T-Mat, Q. It's E, Q, T-Mat, then start going for those auto attacks. You want to get as much of your burst out at once, and the longer you delay your Q, the longer it's just not good for you. So it's like da-da-da-da. Like, between your animations. EQ, da-da-da-da. Follow through. So since we have a moment here, our team has just dominated that mid-fight. Amazing. Like, this game's going really well. I don't see this lasting much longer than about 20-25 minutes. And those are the kind of game states you want to go for when you're building for AD Udyr. So, guys, understand that AD Udyr, here's the core truth. No matter if you go Blade the Rune King, Triforce, whatever those kind of things are, both of those Udyrs have the same core weakness. Your influence starts falling the longer the game goes, because the squishy you are, the less you bring into a team fight. So the main thing you're going to want to do is avoid those time slots where you're kind of stuck behind the enemy line, and you know you're not getting much done. It's just not a good idea for you. You're going to be in a bad spot, and you're likely going to get yourself killed. So right here, you know, you see our Aatrox is kind of overextended. Not a good idea. What we're going to do is going to catch Garen, get into Tiger stance so that when he Qs us, we're still in our damage stance. There we go. And just, you know, pick those two off. I don't know how he got past him, but hey, I'll take it. So when you're fighting Garen, guys, only be in bear stance when he first hits him if you can stun him before he Qs you. Because if Garen gets his Q off while you're in bear stance, he will heavily out damage you. Don't get caught in that. As you guys saw, since I was able to stun him first, I swapped straight into Tiger, so that way, when he did silence me, I was still in Tiger, getting out my damage, no sweat. Alright, so the next time we're going to go for here is, since they don't have any magic damage, we have two options. We can either go Triforce, or the better option here is actually go Iceborne Gauntlet. Iceborne Gauntlet gives us a lot of armor to actually start dealing with their damage, so we can just start stacking our defenses against them. It's a really good way to just... Guys, it's a good way to just start countering their builds. Like, you can, even when you're going aggressive Udyr, building defensive items that give you defensive items that gives you some offensive stats as well. In this case, Sheen proc. It's a great way to maintain your lead and make sure you don't hand over your bounty. Kind of like what Ashes did there. Because, guys, you ever had those games where the game was going great, you were stomping, and then suddenly the enemy ADC became 10, 7, and 10, but is one-shotting your whole team? Bounties. Kind of like that. Or our whole team, you know, they're getting bounty after bounty. So instead of joining that, guys, we're going to continue building our team's momentum. So what we're going to do is there's 3 topside. We're going to use Rift Herald to push in the wave, and we're just going to quickly just shove this whole wave in. Kindred does not matter if she comes down here. So we're going to try to get First Blood Tower, and... Sorry, not First Blood Tower. Try to get this Inhib Tower and the Inhibitor, and we're out of here. We don't have to fight any further than that. Bot lane Inhibitor is one of the strongest inhibitors in the game to get in any game. Mid inhib is the fastest way to win a game, but bot inhib is the guaranteed best to get because what it does is it makes Baron plays pretty much of... Oh wait, hold on. Gotta catch this Kindred. Yoink. It makes Baron plays easy, like this one, where she died for no reason to face check. We're gonna go ahead and run straight up to top lane. Like, that one play just threw... Yo, come on. Call the team. You got to ping a couple times. It called... Like, those are the little mistakes. Like, that Kindred did. Put the fate of her game out the toilet. Us getting a Cloud Dragon did not matter as much. Now that she died, it's game over. Well, guys, the runes do help, but do understand that this Kindred wasn't playing at the top of her game. We were focused on dominating early game. We made some great picks, got a good lead, and stomped from there. Till next time, as always, chowder.